So the reviews for Megalopolis are now out, and I think it's time we start calling it Mega Flopolis. The reviews are not very good, and we're going to have a look at them today. We're going to put them on screen, I suppose, as well, so you can kind of read them at the same time as I'm reading them out. But the reviews for Megalopolis, it just premiered at the Cannes Film Festival, and yeah, we are hearing some very, very bad things about it. Now, I mean, that's quite disappointing itself. One, because it's Francis, and two, because it actually looks really good. But we're going to have a look at some right now. So this one comes from Next Best Picture by Matt Negler, who's probably my favorite critic, actually, and who is a fan of Francis. The good, he says, is its extravagant production and costume design with a level of scale and ambition that could be considered admirable. Might fall into territory of so bad it's actually good. As for the bad, one of the most... I'm not even going to attempt that word, but that may put it in perspective, and baffling displays of filmmaking in recent times with bland performances and a laughable, incomprehensible screenplay. And that comes from Next Best Picture. I apologise about my hair. Maybe that's not the best thing to be talking about in a reaction to Megalopolis reviews. But we also have this one from Yasmin from Twitter, who is also a critic. All these that I'm reading out are from critics. They're just giving their quick reviews. And Megalopolis is truly insufferable on so many levels. You can tell that this has been 40 years in the making, and not in a good way by any means. Far past its sell-by date, right out the gate. Aubrey Plaza is unsurprisingly the only redeeming quality. Yeah, it's not looking good. It really, really isn't. I'm gonna have a look now at some of the other reviews here, because those are two that I'd seen and kind of just pulled up when I was showing friends just before coming into this today. But we have one right here. We've got a screenshot right now. Billy Melissa says Francis Ford Coppola's Megalopolis is a chaotic, psychedelic fever dream that makes the stories from set undoubtable. I love seeing directors run with an idea, but the result in this instance is a film so beyond comprehension that I cannot even begin to be unpacked. I'm going to be honest, while I was reading that, I thought maybe there's going to be, maybe it's positive. Maybe it's positive. No. But yeah, it's really not looking good. Early reactions call it disaster, a mess, craziest thing I've ever seen, if that's a positive. It did get a 7-minute standing ovation, but standing ovations at Cannes and Venice don't really mean anything. A lot of people do it to be polite. And also, they're just going to be bowing down to Francis just because it's Francis. This one comes from Variety. Megalopolis is a sort of big swing audiences and critics have come to adore Francis Ford Coppola for a reckless, ambitious, ginormous epic in which humanity's eternal themes, greed, corruption, loyalty, and power threaten to suffocate or more. Right, okay, so that seems to be maybe positive. I'm just gonna have a click on that website right now and see what it ends with. Coppola opted to bring us this message, which is part of the mission statement. Megalopolis is anything but lazy, and while so many of the ideas don't pan out as planned, this is kind of a late career statement. Devotees wanted from the Maverick, who never lost his faith in cinema, but now that he's built it, will they... I mean, that just sounds like a stupid review in itself, to be completely honest. But there you go. It's not all disaster. It's not terrible for some people. You just make up your own mind. I mean, it could get picked up by Neon. It could get picked up by Searchlight. It could get picked up by A24. We don't know. I mean, everyone's going to be trying to is seeming that they everyone's trying to get at it because it's France's, and to have that kind of film in your resume of a company is something, at least. Some people have taken this as if this is a Babylon situation. Definitely isn't, because there were people who came from Babylon saying it was a masterpiece. Some people saying that it wasn't a masterpiece. But this film seems like a disaster on all standpoints. So Megalopolis is exactly kind of gigantic, messy, Icarus flying too close to the sun moment that tends to cap off great auteurs' careers. Pretty much what I expected. Yeah. Well, there it is. Don't know what else to say. I don't know. I don't know. Has Matt? I'm gonna check if Matt. Sorry, this is very unprepared, but whatever. Here we go. Okay, this from Matt Neglia. His review, kind of into a tweet. You can tell Francis Ford Coppola thinks a lot about the Roman Empire because its influence is all over the mega failure that is Megalopolis. Themes of time, history, legacy, civilization, technologies, politics, the media and economics are all touched upon this golden sun-baked, grandiose piece of filmmaking, but with little to zero cohesion between them. Shia LaBeouf dresses in drag. A live interactive Q&A took place during our screening, a first for me, and there was a smattering of unintentional laughs and boos throughout. Every member of this cast feels lost as they deliver some of the funniest line readings you'll likely hear all year. Some will appreciate its scale and ambition. I would have admired it more if any of it worked, but at least I'll never forget the incoherent, messy, WTF experience of it all. Well, that's it from me. It's disappointing, but after the reports that have came out recently about it being a disaster of a production, Francis being a terrible guy, which is no surprise. This is a known thing for years that people continue to ignore. But it's a shame because it did look very good. Well, thank you for watching. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe, watch, and comment all the good stuff. Are you excited about it? Do you like it so bad it's good films? If you do, I don't really, but we'll see. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.